Heading north again, leaving Airlie Beach for another 2 to 3 months. I've got my friend on board here, Laurie, and he's also a supporter as well. Yeah, this boat here was a deceased estate. Needs quite a bit of work doing on it, but they bought it for well under 15,000 with a mooring. I've been in Airlie Beach for 6 weeks. A couple of weeks with my daughter, a couple of weeks hanging around for my wife to come up, and then I had 2 weeks with enjoyable with my wife, and now we're on the way again now. That's a typical backpacker boat. I've seen them all here now, you know, and quite a lot of them. Considering they're going to be probably sat there on that mooring for the next 2 years, you know, they're not doing a very good job at protecting their mainsails, which is probably about 20 grand there. In the distance is Grimson Point. That's where we're going to go round, and probably only going to go to Double Bay today because there's not much wind. We'll just see what wind comes up in the next hour and a half. It is now about 1:30 in the afternoon. Boat here, you know, it's been here a fair while by the looks of that weed. It's got holes in the deck. He's just on anchor there. He's his fore hatch is off. It's beyond dying, that boat. Well, we've got a bit closer to Grimson Point now, and the wind sprang up a little bit. So I'm going to put the sails on. I'm not going to show you putting the sails up. You've all seen it before. We went round Grimson Point about half an hour ago. Just sailing across Woodwark Bay. Coming into Double Bay here. Eastern side. Quite a bit of reef off here, and we're having to stay quite a long way out for me to stay out of the blue. At the moment we're in 11 meters of water, and I'm just going to take the main down now and we'll motor in. We've had a committee meeting between Laurie and I at the back of the boat and decided that we're going to go to the beach with the hut, which is in the Magic Miles. My friend Don's been on the phone and told us don't go too close in there because there's bommies and you can wrap your chain around a bommie. Said it took him 2 days to get it off. Just got coming in. Laurie's at the back of the boat, steering it in. Got a problem with the autopilots at the moment. I haven't got any of them working. My ST2000 has died. Something's gone wrong with the motor in that one, so it only pushes and won't pull. And the other one, the compass, is gone, so at least I'll be able to get one going, and I'm ordering another one tomorrow morning. So my daughter can bring it up with her and be here on Wednesday with a new ST1000, which I find quite sufficient for this boat. Anchored in Double Bay by a kind of old fishing hut, and it's sunset here, and look, I'll just show you the sunset. Got my friend here, Laurie, with his probably $5,000 camera here, trying to compete with me on my sunsets. There you go, Laurie, look at that through there. How good's that?
Yeah.
Hey. The right colour.
What do you want?
Actually, it's a bit too bright for me, this sunset. It's a very nice anchorage, this in Double Bay. Came round here and it's a little bit of swell coming in, but not much. Coming round now. In the centre of the screen is Grassy Island. And basically somewhere over there in the centre of the screen as well is Orlando's. And tomorrow we're going to go to where those, right in the distance, there's some hills and there's Cape Gloucester. And we're going to go round that and anchor there for the night before we go to Bowen the next night. We've had a pleasant night here at Double Bay. We're anchored off this little fishing shack here. It's derelict now and it's owned by the national parks. There's the anchorage we left about 15 minutes ago. Got the sails ready to go up. Laurie's putting the protein lines out, that's his job. He likes fishing. In front of us is Grassy Island. We're going to go round that to this side in the centre of the screen. It's fairly deep. And head to the hills right in the background, which is Gloucester Island. At the moment it's fairly no waves at all. Just going through the water. I've got the sails ready to go up, but I don't think I'm going to put them up until we get an afternoon breeze. Got Laurie here, sailing the boat along. We've gone round Grassy Island. We've been going about an hour. We just put the sails up about half an hour ago because there's a little bit of a breeze. We've got the protein line out with a lure on the end. And we're going quite well. It's Gloucester Island in the centre of the screen and we've got a nice boat coming by. Oh, worry. This is the mainland here. Coming on round. I just got up here and it was in bright sunshine a minute ago, and that's Monty's Resort there. Quite a nice resort when it's open. It's been there about at least 30 odd years. This time of the year, just about now, is when the Shag Islet Yacht Club has its rendezvous, which is in this water here. They all anchor and there would be, you know, nearly 200 boats here at times. And this here we're just coming up to is Shag Islet. What the Shag Islet Yacht Club is named after. We're anchored out there the night, it's fairly good. Well, this is the roughest it's been actually at the moment. Blowing I think from the west. And Bowen is tucked in there somewhere, not sure where. I see a few houses over there but never can be sure. Cape Gloucester Resort. Came ashore in the dinghy. A few people here having a drink at about 11 in the morning. There's a lovely pool. I'm sitting down here with Laurie having a cup of coffee. There are two resorts at Cape Gloucester. There's the Monty's Resort, which has been here at least for 40 years, I'd reckon, which was mainly used by the tomato farmers of Bowen to start with in their heyday. Now there is the Cape Gloucester resort, been going for about 10 years, and I'm sitting down here having a cup of coffee. And to be quite honest, it's very nice here, very peaceful at the moment, because COVID's, you know, affecting how many people come. And there's a little trailer sailor sailing through the passage there. You can see by just seeing the speck of a sail how big the hills are behind. We found that the eco resort was very friendly, and you could have a shower there for $5, and the showers were very clean. One of the rules on my boat is when you've been to the beach and you come back to the boat again, as soon as you get on the boat, you've got to wash your feet in fresh water. Yeah, and generally I just have a bucket like this, just put your foot in, give it a shake, do the other one, give it a shake. There's cloth here, and you just wipe your legs like that, so that when you come downstairs, you don't bring any salt water down into the boat. And that way you don't get any salt water in the boat, and it stays nice. And if it rains, it's not damp. Well, I'm a bit puffed from pulling the dinghy up, but we're going to go have a drink, sunset drink at the pub. We're sitting up at the bar at Cape Gloucester Resort. I'm watching the sun go down. I'd like to thank all those people that have shouted me a beer. I left this morning from Cape Gloucester at 7:45. There was just a nice wind blowing. Bloody cold though it was this morning. Anyway, Laurie wanted to, got out of bed and was chewing the bit, so I thought, oh God, I got to get up. And so we set off and we're heading for Bowen. And when I put in the first waypoint after we'd left, it was only just an hour and 20 minutes to get right across the bay. Doing about 6.7 knots. We're on the rum line going to Bowen. There's a catamaran. You can just see a little white sail there. That's a catamaran coming towards us. And there's a channel for the tugs. This is the way the tugs come in to Bowen. To their wharf here, if it's still used. I'm not sure if it is.
Still the same boat, Dyster?
Yeah. We're heading on down. Bowen's in the centre of the screen. I've just taken the sails down. It's a dead run down here, and I decided I'd get my sails off early and get tidied up before we go into Bowen itself. Coming down to Dyser, friend's boat. He's 82 years of age. He's living on board there. Not sure he's on there at the moment because we can't get him on the mobile phone. We tried to raise him, but we couldn't raise him, so we think he's gone in. Wales with Donnie was ashore. There's a couple of boats out here now. Poor old Don and these boats, they've been kicked out of Bowen. You're not allowed to live on your boat any longer. Don's been in there 25 years and they've changed the rules. That's the entrance. Sorry I didn't film me coming in. That's the entrance over there, the first two red and greens. Coming round this way, there's Cape Gloucester where we came from, that big island in the background, and where it goes into water there's a little channel through, a bit of a channel through there, and that's where we anchored for a couple of days and went to the Cape Gloucester hotel for a cup of coffee and a drink in the as the sun went down. This is the basically just between the rock walls of the entrance here. Because we have cyclones, they put this new rock wall out because it smashed the whole joint up inside with the swell coming in. Looking the other way into Bowen Harbour, there's the marina there, Bowen Marina, and I'm tucked in here on this side over here where there's a marina for the yacht club. I came alongside the town quay where I'm filming from and then reversed Artemis into this berth here, which is costing me $36 a day at North Queensland Yacht Club. I'm here at the moment. The reason I've come in here is I had to repair the reason I came in here was I'm repairing the rudder, which has got a bit of metal fatigue in the stainless steel. So I wanted somewhere nice and calm where I could do it, where I was tied up and could hop off. So anyway, I've got it welded, looks good, and I'm going to put it back on this afternoon. It was very cold this morning, so it's now midday, and it's a good time to put it back on. The rudder off the boat after I've got it welded. Yeah, I thought it'd be a bit difficult for them to find out where all the metal fatigue was. You know, I knew where some was, but it's very hard to see in stainless steel where it is. But when they started welding it, because all the pipes sealed, basically the steam, you could see the steam coming out everywhere there was a crack. So anyway, they welded here and a few here, which I didn't think were didn't see any metal fatigue, but anyway, they've welded everything up. Mainly I saw metal fatigue just here on that bar there, which takes a lot of strain when you're got the rudder up, going into places where it's shallow. But it also, they managed to, I can see that there's metal fatigue here, which is quite important down there, that piece, and I didn't see any at all. So I'm very relieved that I've got it fixed up. Yeah, just here, as I never saw any metal fatigue just there, and anyway, when they welded it up, that's where the steam was coming out of. So anyway, they've welded it, so it should be good for the rest of the trip anyway, and I'll have another butcher's then, have a good look. I've got the rudder back on. It was quite a mission, but it's on now, and just got to tidy the ropes up. My daughter's coming in an hour's time from Brisbane. She's going up to Hinchinbrook to go walking. Just like to thank all my supporters who've shouted me a beer as usual. A few new ones. I'm leaving here on Sunday, and my next leg will be off to Cape Upstart and then on to Townsville. There you go, Laurie, look at that through there. How good's that?
Yeah.
Hey. The right colour.
What do you want?
Actually, it's a bit too bright for me, this sunset.